Hi guys, today we're going to do this fun Lips Are Movin' video inspired nail design. The polishes I've used will be listed below. Okay, so there's lots to fit into this video, so we're going to zoom right in here and get started on our dress inspired nail first. This is the black and white print dress that Meghan Trainor wears in the video. At first I thought it was houndstooth, but when I zoomed in on the design it wasn't quite a houndstooth print, so I had to make this up as I went. So I'm just using my thin art brush and I'm sketching in my black lines, increasing the size until you get basically even black and white stripes. Now I'm adding small diagonal lines along each of those black stripes. Again, I'm just using my thin art brush for this step. Now, once I've added all of these, I'm going to go in and make every second line connect to those initial vertical stripes that were added to your nail. Now to replicate the pattern on the dress, I'm adding a small dab of white at the center, and then I'm lengthening that bottom line. And basically this just replicates that print on her dress. I do need to go in and add a second coat to make the white a little bit more opaque. And I realize it does look a little bit messy. Remember, you're looking at a really zoomed in version of my nail, and on the actual nail, especially once you add the top coat, this smooths out and it looks great. Here's a look at the finished product, and now we're going to move on to our profile nail. So I've got a pink base here. This is my middle finger, and I'm using my white polish and sketching in the woman's face profile. And I just do this in pieces, and I'm basically following an image that I've taken from the screen of this piece of the video. And I'm sketching in where I want the lips to go, and I fill that all in with my white polish. I then fill it in with my skin tone polish. And for the lips, it's basically a heart. You'll see if you look, kind of tilt your head to the side, it's a sideways heart. So now moving on to my index finger, I'm going to do some blue stripes. I'm just using my thin art brush, and I'm doing these freehand. If you prefer, you could certainly tape them out. You'll find I almost do everything freehand. I just find it's faster than waiting for polish to dry, applying the tape, waiting for the next step to dry. So do what works well for you. So I've finished sketching in my lines. I've left a gap in the middle. That's where I'm going to add the lips. And I'm now using my red polish to create these lips. And again, I just sketch them. They're a little bit smaller when I start, and I increase the size until I'm happy with the size and the shape. Now the shade of red that I chose, you're going to be able to see that blue stripe through the polish, so I do need to go in and add a couple of coats of this red polish. It's time consuming. I should have used a darker red, but I really liked the shade of this one, so choose wisely, I guess is what I'm saying. So I finished up my mouth shape so that I'm happy with it. I'm now going to go in and I'm adding the pink for the tongue, and then I'm going to add some black. And then the last step is to add in some white for the teeth. Now I could have added a top coat here first before adding the white, and that helps keep the white nice and bright, but I just went with it. And then the last thing I need to do is add in that last blue stripe. I really probably could have just done this at the get-go, especially considering the majority of that stripe would have been covered by black. Now moving on to my thumb, we're going to do the cat dress that Meghan Trainor wears in the video as well. So I'm just sketching in the cat's face with my white polish first. It doesn't have to be perfect. Not sure why the cat was frowning, but anyway, I wanted to make this sparkly like her dress as well, so now I'm going in with my pink sparkle, and I filled in the white with the colors to match the dress, and I also added sparkle to those. And now I'm just sketching in the detail with my black, and don't forget to add those whiskers to this nail as well. That cat's kind of scary looking, but in the end it's cute, I think, once it's got the top coat on there. So for my pinky, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I actually did two different designs before I was happy, but with this one I'm just doing some color blocking. So I sketch my white lines first, and then I color in each of the blocks with a shade of polish, and I butt those up nice and close so there's no white showing through. So I add some lips again. I'm not going to bother showing you that. I've already showed you at the beginning of the tutorial. And I decided to just add a music note in the black area. So it's a dot with a line and two little lines jutted off of that. So apply your top coat, and here's the finished design. Thanks guys, I hope you like this one. Please leave me some comments below, thumbs up, and new subscribers are always appreciated.